Hey guys, Pikeber here. Today I was feeling like we could do something a little simple, Wait, what the hell? Adi Shankar is showing one of my favorite franchises.
Right. And I didn't know that there was a Devil May Cry 5 coming out.
You didn't know?
No.
Wow.
I got
okay.
actually unhappy.
Were you hoping to play it before doing your adaptation? Is that what you're saying? Or you just...
No, I actually thought the franchise was dead. I
See?
thought I was bringing this thing
Yeah.
back, and I'm like, oh, this is like a modern fucking thing. Like, this is
Yeah.
ongoing. Then I should have done Street Fighter.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this.
Devil spawn, motherfucker.
Now, let's just take a moment to imagine what if Devil May Cry 5 never came out? It was just the reboot and DMC 4 Special Edition. Would the Netflix anime still be a bad show? The answer is yes. Yes, it would. And here's why. Adi Shankar doesn't understand what Devil May Cry is. Devil May Cry at its core concepts is about love and humanity, and choosing your humanity. When you have demons that are oppressed and are quote-unquote good, it completely ruins the whole narrative of Devil May Cry, where Sparta betraying Mundus and helping humans was a big fucking deal. Along with the only other devils that are good being Sparta's descendants, Trish and Lucia, who are both artificial demons.
There may be
Yeah.
politics. For me to really be able to do my thing with it, I'm going to have to do the, because with me it's a dial, right?
Mm-hmm. You want to crank it all the way to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Laserhawk is cranked to a fucking 8.
Yeah.
With DMC, I did it at like a 2, not even, maybe like a 1.5, because
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm actually just going to do Devil May Cry.
He claims to just want to do Devil May Cry and that he loves Devil May Cry. He's passionate. It's apparently a niche topic according to him.
But I'm passionate about Devil May Cry. Like, I love this thing.
Yeah.
And I love this niche
That's
thing.
the most
And
important
now
thing,
I
but
can
yeah.
take it and hopefully blow it up to a point where I can expand it and there'll be more of it.
Except what the show has inside of it completely contradicts that statement. Speaking of which, let us segue directly into our favorite completely non-political antagonist.
Americans, the most dependable of your species. Anything that doesn't fit your narrow understanding, you shoot, bomb, or burn without hesitation.
The narrative of the Netflix DMC shows so much favoritism and excuses towards the White Rabbit that it's almost comical. The show even breaks and bends the universe's rules to fit and push the agenda further. He's extra smart, but it's only for the plot, as he makes himself a demon by juicing up on demon blood like it was steroids. So, was it always this easy, or was it just plot convenience? The whole portal thing is shown as ancient demon technology that not even demons could crack, because Sparta was that smart. However, this rabbit makes a convenient device to loophole the demon tech, something no other demon could in 2,000 years. Why? The White Rabbit has highlights from the original games given to him. For example, he's made responsible for awakening Dante's Devil Trigger when there was Virgil in DMC 3. He's able to lift and properly, effortlessly use Force Edge like it's nothing. Lady's entire character got assassinated just to be able to fit into the White Rabbit's backstory, along with Sparta's entire reputation being tarnished just so he could have something to rant about.
You can right your father's injustice, Dante. It takes only a drop of your blood.
My father was a hero.
And how would you know that? All the deep, meaningful moments you had together?
How was he able to survive all those years in hell, or, Mackay, if it was established that the pure-blooded demons that lived there could not survive and would die, and Dante, who was a hybrid, could barely last 30 seconds in there? And his hate boner for Sparta is absolutely insane. The dude loves to hate on Sparta like he fucked his mother or something. Where's his hate boner for Mundus? He calls him a tyrant once, and that's it. He pushes Mundus' agenda directly and collaborates with Mundus' lieutenant Virgil. What's the point? He serves Mundus' interests, the tyrant, yet he claims he wants to save the oppressed demons that he did experiments on and tortured himself, mind you. The show spends an absurd amount of time on the rabbit, and it means nothing by the end of it. It makes use of the trauma of war-torn countries, like Iraq. It is a direct parallel to the Iraq and American War, as some kind of decoration for its backstory. Even the show's lame political commentary exists as an attempt to put this rabbit on a pedestal. Everything exists for the rabbit story. Everyone is an adjacent.
You aren't listening. Millions already died. Yes, with the wall gone, the monsters of Mackay will come through along with the oppressed. But in its wake, the worlds will reach a new, rebalanced equilibrium. What's the sacrifice of a generation or two if it means ending suffering for those who come after?
The argument between Dante and the White Rabbit is absolute nonsense. It boils down to Mundus has ruined hell, so either tear down the wall and let demons in, or let them all die. At no point does this guy think or consider another issue of cutting the cancer out at the source, getting rid of Mundus. And now that I think about it, how does the White Rabbit's plan actually help Mackay or the demons at all? If Mundus is ruining the demon realm, hell, Mackay, whatever you want to call it, what makes you genuinely think he's not going to do the same exact thing as soon as you tear down the wall? They're going to kill off the entire human race, and it's going to go back to just how it was before you tore down the wall. So what exactly is driving the White Rabbit? Is it revenge? He could have killed a lady ages ago. Saving demons? He has more demon blood on his hand than any single human we see. Does he just want to break down the wall for the hell of it? He sounds like some Joker parody. So then, what was the point of the sob story and pro-demon rants? The narrative is nearly tone-deaf to this bullshit. Lady calls him out rudimentary once, but again he shuts her down and says, I feel the same pain, and humans worse, and she says nothing. The White Rabbit is not a good villain or a good antagonist. He is a man who, over and over again, proves how hypocritical he is, and puts all of his eggs into his savior complex. It's genuinely a waste of time, and he would have been better off being self-aware and being purely evil rather than pretending to be this good guy that's above everybody else.
Sorry, got off on a tangent there.
Finally, let's talk about Lady. The style of her dialogue is the annoying, abrasive, douchey type that we see so many modern characters adopt. And the constant swearing makes her sound like a 14-year-old child who just discovered what the words fuck and shit are.
They're really fucking hard to kill. And cow shit.
I'm gonna make it so the rabbit needs a magician to pull him out of his own asshole.
Even that thing should have trouble healing from a bomb going off in its fucking neck, still connected to their shithole. And Mundus wasn't happy, just ruling the shithole. And I guess Sparta woke up one day and realized, hey, this is evil as fuck. This dumb fuck devil spawn has no idea it's leading us right to it.
Sparta must have used his own blood in making the wall somehow, because of course he fucking did.
Fuck you, Thumper. I figured it out. I know exactly what you're doing. You threw me through a fucking window! Spare me the jack-off session to stop the rabbit and beat little pellets of shit down his leg. Yeah, fuck that.
Your blood is the exact fucking thing the rabbit needs to jumpstart his apocalypse, you demonic dumbass.
Motherfucker! He's definitely fucking dead this time. Right. What the fuck was that?
Now that I put you guys through an entire minute of torture, do you see what I mean? And that was only a third of the entire footage. Just 3 minutes of just purely saying swear words, dude. And they don't make any sense in the context. They're forced. she's given this boss bitch lady attitude. Like, they tried to make her so much of a badass when she was already a fucking badass in the original source material. To add on to that, I'd like to also say that all the Darkcom sci-fi gear genuinely makes her less interesting as a fighter. I truly did prefer the absurd acrobatics and gunplay of the game series. This sci-fi anti-demon bullet militarized gear tries to push the narrative of her being a badass, when one of the things that made her a badass in the original games, the Kalina Ann, was saved until the very last episode and was shot twice. Finally, not seeing her character development all the way through, and not really having a personal, emotional moment throughout the entire season works against her as a character. In the games, you have a frustration when Dante robbed her of her revenge right in the middle of the game, in Mission 11, which carries her all the way through the climax of her story before she accepts defeat and realizes that she's gonna have to rely on Dante to finish the job for her. And then they have a personal, emotional moment together. Even when her team gets murdered, we don't really see her resolve herself with revenge, and we certainly don't see Dante helping her with it. Her entire character really just stays stagnant from beginning to end, and it really works against her and makes her more unlikable. In the end of the day, Adi Shankar does not truly understand Devil May Cry. He decided to pick this up because he thought he was dead and wanted to be able to stoke his ego by reviving a quote-unquote dead series. I'm willing to give the show another chance come season 2, and I hope most other people do, because I feel like if they fix a lot of these issues and actually make Devil May Cry, it could be a genuinely good experience. But I'm going to end on this note. Did you know he wants to touch Berserk?